With Own Every Word, you can own every word in the metaverse.
Hammy Ground.
Dunkles. Oppo Time Snack.
And every word is a one of one. And do we have a roadmap and utility? You bet your ass. Have you read it all yet? Okay. Own Every Word. It's another NFT project.
Welcome to Own Every Word, the game show, everybody out there, where the word herd submits answers to fill in the blank statements and a panel of comedians debate which is the best answer. The word herder who submitted the winning word earns incredible NFT prizes. I'm your host, Matt Harris, and I'm here with a terrific group of panelists that I can't wait for you to meet. And so, let's meet them now. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, word herd.
Wonderful to have you here. Thank you all for being here. Let's introduce you to the word herd. So, first up, she was a writer for Fox's I Can See Your Voice and two-time celebrity name game loser. It's comedian Ali Lou. Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited. I'm ready to demonstrate all the English I know.
Okay, well, you know what? Here's your first. This is a softball thrown at you. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word, I don't think I can say it, but my second favorite word, is lollygag.
Ooh.
I love that one. That one. Yeah, right. That's a throwback. I gotta wear that. That's a vintage right there. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And let's meet another one of our panelists here. So for next up, she was a comedy judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, and you can see her in the movie Friendsgiving on Netflix. It's Nadya Ginsburg, everybody.
Hello. I'm excited to herd words.
Yes.
And be here with everyone.
Yes, and I'm excited that you're here.
Thank
what?
you.
We're throwing softball questions out there
Okay.
about words. It's a show about words.
Okay.
What word gives you joy?
I would say approved, because I always hold my breath anytime my credit card gets put into a machine. No matter, I always have that fear. But I would have to say my real, that was a funny answer. But the real answer would be primal. I love that word because I'm obsessed with the fact that we are primates. We are no different than chimpanzees or those are our cousins, or gorillas. Like I love that, or primal, essential. I'm into that word, primal or primate.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not funny, just true.
No, well, I approve. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And
Thanks for
last,
having me.
but certainly not least, everybody, he's a teacher. He's a performer on the Super Legit podcast and a board member with the Ledge Theater Company in Los Angeles. It's Stephen C. James, everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is me. I will say I'm concerned because my other panelists are lightning crackling smart, and I got to keep up. You guys are brilliant.
Well, what you're bringing to the party right now is glasses, and let me tell you, all right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're halfway to the finish line at that point.
I mean, if you can't be smart, look smart.
That's
right.
I got to work on both.
That's why I put all these books behind me. I just got these today.
I love it.
It's just a green screen.
Yeah.
They're all empty. Your softball question, since we're talking about words, what's one word that makes you feel loved?
Oh,
let's get into that.
I would have to say, I mean, it's gonna get real sappy. I'd say dad. I mean, I've got a kid, and there's two dads. There's dad, and then there's dad.
Oh,
so that one not as much, but yeah.
Yes, I just get more of the dad. That's who I am now, and she's only 7. It's not getting any better. I will tell you that.
Nope. Tied.
Oh, she's advanced.
Oh, very much. Yeah, she's got the she's got the disdain for dad game on lock now. It is going to be honed to perfection in just probably 8 short years. But enough about my life, everybody. Because guess what? Let's get to the game.
Hey!
Every month on Own Every Word, the game show, we have a theme, and this month it is School's Out. With that, let's take a look at what the wordsmiths came up for round 1.
Okay.
All right, so it's time to go back. It's time for back to school shopping. So blank is on sale. Let's see what the word heard submitted. It's time for back to school shopping. So pre-treatment is on sale. Finger food is on sale. Decrypting hardware is on sale. Growing is on sale. Oyster fork is on sale. Bud is on sale. Caviar is on sale. Waggery is on sale. Apple pie is on sale. And gaming is on sale. Thank you very much, Word Heard. And so, just for initial thoughts, straight off the top of your dome, I'm going to start with you, Nadia. What
Yes.
pops out at you? What jumps out? What speaks to you?
Gosh, I love the concept of growth and evolution. We must never stop doing that. But there's something about waggery that just tickles my fancy. I could go through the other, pre-treatment is very clinical and not appealing. Decrypting hardware, too many syllables. Oyster fork, put down your pinky. Same with caviar. Get the heck out of here. Apple pie, America. I have some issues with America right now. And so I am going with waggery. Waggery. I don't even quite know what it means. I have a sense of it, but I'm going with waggery.
You know what? I'm with you. I don't know what I have an idea of what it is. A little bit more questions as to why it would be on sale, but I can see how it would jump out at you. So, Stephen C. James, I'm going to move on to you. What jumps out at you?
I mean, I got to say, I was thinking of the hope and promise of back to school, of being like, you know what? You're going to be caviar people. You got that hope of having caviar. But then I remembered, I hate caviar. It tastes disgusting to me. And then what jumped out at me was also waggery. Just the idea that, the Oscar Wilde style bon mots of just having a good joke, like, oh, what a wag, that sort of thing, like straight Jane Austen waggery. That sort of like intelligence and like the lofty intelligence, but then also decrypting hardware. I mean, that spoke to me as well. So I got a couple things in the hopper there.
Okay. Love it. Allie, on to you. What strikes you?
Well, pre-treatment caught my eye right away because we're in COVID times. And so this might be like an ad for vaccinations. I don't know.
Okay.
Apple pie for people who suck up to the teacher. I dropped out of high school. Okay. I'm the wrong person to ask about words. I didn't learn English correctly. But then I see finger food and I'm like, yeah, it's time for back to school shopping. So finger food is on sale. My mom never made my lunch. Like, they had finger foods. Oyster fork and caviar. That's like private school, clearly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with gaming though, because also back to school shopping. So gaming is on sale. Right.
Like, what do you really want to do this year, kids?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've heard the initial thoughts from our illustrious panelists. Here's what I'm going to have you do. Go ahead and write down your selections. While you're doing that, let's check in with Sam Proof and the Word Heard and see what they have to say. Maybe they can sway our panel one way or another. Sam.
All right, let's take a look. J.K. Palm starting us off with, this is obviously oyster fork. All right, fancy times. Irish Lunatic says Bud is never on sale, so we don't want to lie to people. Callie Mullally, very excited about apple pie. Moon Raven says oyster fork pairs well with caviar. Well, it's not round 4, so we can't do it. Irish. Caviar sucks. So there you go. The people have spoken. Moonraven says waggery is what happens after you lollygag. Good one. Nice throwback. And Spinda Turtle says caviar is no finger food. That's yeah. And finally, then comes back with pass me that waggery, bud. I'm going to pass it back to our panelists and see if we can't come to a consensus.
Absolutely. And caviar is not a finger food at your parties, but let me tell you. All right. So let's check in with our panel and see what they wrote down for their answer. Nadia, I'm going to go back to you and start. What did you decide to write down?
I decided to go with my choice, which was, can you see this?
Waggery.
Waggery.
Excellent. Absolutely. Sticking to your guns. Stephen C. James.
I got to say, I was inspired by Nadia, and I also chose waggery, and it did not hurt that Moonraven pointed out that waggery and lollygag, a word that before this I clearly have been using too few times. They match well together.
Yes. So, Allie Lou, no peer pressure, but what did you write down?
I wrote down gaming.
Oh.
And also my camera is mirrored, so it looks like I'm illiterate.
I can no, it's good to me. It's good to me. So really what we have here is a majority. Mm-hmm. What that means is Allie Lou, do you really how important is it to you for this word? Do you want to try to convince your panelists? Do you think you can convince her to come over to your side?
Look, I told you I dropped out of high school, okay? Nadia, I just need her approval, and Stephen looks like a professor, so my graddy issues are really coming out. Obviously, I'm going to go with waggery.
In that case, due to peer pressure and the failings of the school system in Allie's case, waggery is our winner for round one. Congratulations to Esoteric Coins. Esoteric Coins, you have won round one. You will be receiving an official, unofficial, own every word NFT prize. And that is our round one. Let's see what we can find in round two. What if our word wizards come up with for the next round? Fifth period is my blank class. Okay, I can't wait to see what they did already. Let's see what the word hurt submitted. Fifth period is my joyless class. Fifth period is my dessert spoon wielder class. Fifth period is my draftiest class. Fifth period is my routine beat class. Is my recharger class. Is my tap class. Is my belly dance class. Is my workout class. Is my morbidity class. Is my reconnecting class. All right, so we have our words. Let's get some first impressions, and I'm going to mix up the order a little bit because it's fun to me to do so. So this time, Allie, I'm going to start with you. What jumps out at you, just right off the top?
Well, it's a class, so it's obviously joyless. Especially if it is a workout class. Draftiest class. I am from Alaska, so fifth period was drafty. Ooh. And reconnecting. We're in LA. I feel like public schools have like a reconnecting class. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna go joyless. That's where my gut is taking me right now.
I can 100% get on that train. Let's jump over to someone whose approval is important to all of us, Nadia.
Oh my gosh, this is.
What jumps out?
First of all, I just want to say I thrive on having to work for approval, and so actually this positive approval makes me very actually uncomfortable. But okay, but I'm gonna take it. And I'm with joyless, but I feel like one step further, just because I don't know, humor and death, sex and death. To quote a completely unpolarizing person, Woody Allen said that sex and death both come once in a lifetime, but at least after death you don't feel nauseous. I had to go with morbidity because I just death. It's like a no-brainer to me, but I could be swayed because I want Allie to like me, to go with Joyless, because they are sort of cousins, kissing cousins. If you're in the South, oh my gosh, did I just offend a large segment of our viewing audience? Let's face it, there's incest in all races and socioeconomic groups. But yes, morbidity.
Yes, Did
I go on long enough? Just making sure I went on long enough.
Well, if you're quoting Woody Allen, it's kissing stepchildren. So
there we go. Oh my gosh, it's a full circle moment. Oh my god, didn't even realize it.
Booyah! Just not a lot of things. I mean, look, right? Incest, everybody. That's what we're talking about here on Own Every Word. And you know what? There are many of. You know what? I'm not going to go down that road.
Well, there was a recent study. Not to just let you know, there was a recent study that if you look at human evolution, we evolved by actually having sex with our cousins. It's kind of true. So it's not incest. Anyway, hey, family show. Sorry, Stephen. Go right ahead.
No worries, because I will also say this one is fraught for me because I'm a school teacher when I'm not sandwiched between two geniuses on Twitch. And so I have to be careful what I say about my 5th period class because we're in the first week of school. And I don't want them to think that I find them joyless or morbidity or even worse than that, desert spoon wielders. So I think I'm gonna have to go for recharger. I've had a great time so far with my actual 5th period class in real life, and I will say they are a recharger class. I have them after lunch, on Mondays, so I needed that little pickup of energy after lunch. So I'm gonna say recharger, just so that way I don't wind up having this presented to me at a faculty meeting.
Okay. And they're all watching right now, and
yes,
I'm telling you, very professional. I would have any of my children, whoever they are, be taught by Stephen C. James. Okay, so we have our first impressions. Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead, take out your writing utensil, take out your writing surface, start writing, and while you're doing that, let's check in with the word herd and Sam, who might be able to sway you one way or another. Sam.
All right. Soda Reap says all classes are joyless. Yep. Irish says 5th period is the class I finally made it to. Great. Good job, Iris. At 35, you're almost done. Reno Ecap says joyless. Let's go. That's the most joy-filled, joyless thing I've ever seen. So back with tap dance or tap out. I don't know. JK Palm says it's all after lunch, so everyone is sleepy. That's fair. That is, I mean,
good point.
The whole day was sleepy. I was waking up at 5 a.m. I slept through most of my classes, didn't everyone? Spin to Turtle says, when you live in Alaska, every period is drafty. I feel like I need to do that in a Yakov Smirnoff voice. I'm going to try and avoid that by sending it back to our panelists to come to a consensus.
Oh, yeah. Well, here we are back with our illustrious panel. Let's see where everybody landed. So, going back to you, Allie, what did you end up writing down?
Joyless.
Joyless.
Love it. I feel it in my bones.
Yep, and let's carry that feeling over to Nadia. Nadia, what do you got?
I also went with joyless, even though I feel responsible for Stephen's children. But I had the truth. They need to know the truth.
Well, I mean, and Stephen, here's the thing. Now, we've got to do. Now, it may not be joyless for you, but you once had a 5th period that you attended as a student.
I mean, this is very true because while I did put down recharger, I will say I'm willing to go with these two brilliant people and select joyless, and then therefore making it a self-fulfilling prophecy of my 5th period class now finding my class to be joyless. So it has all looped around. I agree with joyless.
Well, I love the diplomatic spin on that, and I love that we have a winner for round 2. Joyless is our winner, everybody, and congratulations to JPEG. JPEG, your disdain for after lunch classes has paid off well. Joyless, your word has won. You will be receiving a unofficial NFT prize coming your way. Check your emails for all that stuff. And now we're on to round 3. We are smoking here, everybody. And let's see what the poet laureates on our staff came up with for round 3. Summer is almost over. Time to blank. Let's see what the word heard submitted. Summer's almost over. Time to zest. Time to snug. Time to mend. Time to streak. Time to worm. Time to boogie. Time to sidestep. Time to gargle. Time to ball. Time to fiesta. You have been given quite the smorgasbord. Round 3 is when they usually start pulling out the more interesting ones. This time, I haven't started with you yet, Stephen C. James. Let's go to you first. First impressions.
I mean, my first impressions, first word I saw was snug. I know that since I'm a school teacher, summertime's over. I go back to work. No more sitting on the couch with the dog, watching TV while he just rests his head on me. Gonna miss that snugging. But you know what? Summer's almost over. You got to go for the fiesta. Get a nice party going.
Okay.
You really got to have that good time. Yes, you should seize the zest for life, mend those fences, go on a winning streak as you worm your boogie to sidestep gargling ball. But still, I think you got a fiesta.
Got that absolutely poetic. You took us on a journey. And with that, Allie, what do you got?
I'm gonna right away ball. I did not have a hot girl summer, guys. I had a sad gal summer. So ball, but also streak. I like streak. Time to streak. You didn't have a hot girl summer for no reason. Take off all of your clothes. But also gargle. I just really like that word. Summer's almost over. Time to gargle balls at the fiesta.
It falls in line perfectly as if it was meant to be. And I think you just actually got the remix on Megan Thee Stallion's song. So that's your feature right there. Boom. Allie Lou, everybody. Cop it on the mixtape. So Nadya, what about you?
Well, I just would like to reiterate that Allie said gargle balls, one ball, which is just delightful. Okay, I love to dance. Like, it makes everything better, almost everything better. So initially I went to boogie, and then I felt like fiesta was better since, it is our country's second language. And I am a Jew-Italian Latino wannabe. And so that speaks to me. The worm is like a crazy word you see in a lot of mythology, and like a worm and a snake. Gargle, just fun to say. Oh my gosh, this is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with fiesta.
Okay.
I'm going to go with fiesta. But this was a tough one. This was a tough one.
And here's the thing about that. So these are the first impressions. Now you're going to write down something. Keep your mind open, because what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Sam Proof and the Word Heard. Maybe they can throw something that'll help sway the panel one way or another. What do they got, Sam?
All right. Yeah, it's a busy chat on this one. Mr. Dude starting us off with ballin'. JK Palm says this is definitely zest because there's no time like the present. All right. Yeah, you gotta get that zest done. Soda Reap says, I laughed like Allie when reading Gargle. Yep. Crypto Don says boogie out the summer. And where is boogie, by the way? That was a word of contention last time.
Right.
Spinda Turtle says the kids are going back to school. It's time to streak. And if it wasn't against terms of service, that'd be happening right about now. Callie Mullally says, yeah, fiesta. And Irish is finishing us with time to gargle that worm. So I think Allie and Irish, you might want to create a gargle club. Well, remember the first rule of gargle club is don't talk about gargle club. Back to you for a consensus.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Boy.
The Gargle Club. I don't want to know what dues are, but we are back. You now have had a chance to write something down. You've heard from each other's impressions. You've heard from the Word Heard. So, Mr. Stephen C. James, Mr. James, if you will, what have you written down?
All right. I got to say, summertime, long days, you got to party. I went with Fiesta. Got a little sombrero, got some maracas there, getting that Fiesta going.
Love it. And let's see. Oh, I don't remember my order here. So I'm just going to go to you, Allie. What did you say?
I said Fiesta too.
Oh,
Yay.
Fiesta. I shouldn't be singing that song. Nadia,
Yes.
what have you got down there? You love to dance.
Fiesta
Isn't that great?
Yay.
Oh,
forever.
a straight up consensus right off the bat. And Fiesta, actually, there's an argument to be made. Every one of these things that were listed can be done at a Fiesta, or can be accomplished at a Fiesta. So congratulations to Devader. Devader, you are the winner of the round. And you be looking around because your unofficial NFT prize from Own Every Word is on its way to you. This is fantastic. I'm loving what's going on here. And now we're on to round 4. Something to know. Round 4 is our twofer round, where you'll need 2 cards to submit. Now, let's look up what the typing monkeys over at Own Every Word, the game show staff, have come up with.
Primates.
Primates!
Monkeys
Yeah,
have tails.
Primarily primates.
Ooh, ooh. All right. This fall, I'm going to attend the College of Blank to study blank.
Ooh.
These are 2-word answers. These are 2-word submissions. Let's see what the word heard submitted. This fall, I'm going to attend the College of Inconceivable to study illusionists. I'm going to attend the College of Classic to study grown-up, the College of Bud to study bud fevers, the College of Debased Morality to study butchering elves, the College of Bloodthirsty to study fingernails, the College of Vienna to study wildcats, the College of Panama to study earnestly, the College of Tasty to study decorating, the College of Fortune Tellers to study reheating, and the College of Swank to study rocking.
Oof.
Something to let you know about the way that these have been submitted. When you are picking words, pick them as the pair they were introduced. There is no mixing and matching words
Good.
across.
I was going to ask that.
Words
Okay.
come as twos. And with that, let me mix it and match it around. And you know what? Let's start with you, Allie, this time.
Awesome. I'd like to think that if I did go to college, I'd go to a party school. So the College of Swank to study rocking definitely pops out to me. But also the College of Debased Morality to study butchering elves. That's got like a Law and Order SVU vibe to it. I like that one too.
Yeah, like you know, if you had like maybe Game of Thrones SVU.
Right.
You were able to merge the words.
In the North Pole, which is not far from where I grew up.
Hey, now, I think you and I just wrote a pilot. So look out, HBO Max. Or Peacock, whoever will take us. Stephen C. James. What about
All right,
you?
Matt,
First
I got to say, I'm on the exact same page as Allie. I'm picturing like Hillary Swank steps away from the stage and screen, decides to dedicate, a life in university to rocking. But then debased morality to study butchering elves. The assonance and the consonants and the rhythm and the melody of that, despite it being a horrifying image, it almost sounds like a Guided by Voices song, like Kicker of Elves or something like that. Like debased morality to study butchering elves feels like the kind of thing that like shows up in the most poetic ex's breakup letter. Yeah.
You've butchered the elves of my heart. So, Nadia, you've heard your fellow panelists. What jumps out at you so far?
I can't believe this, but I also, the first thing I thought was also swank and rocking. That may be because a comedian friend once told me that like you'll often see in concerts, musicians will like get up to the mic and like try and make jokes.
Yeah.
that all comedians secretly want to be rock stars and all rock stars kind of secretly want to be comedians. So maybe that's where the swank and rocking. Then of course we're also comedians. We have a debased morality, and butchering elves. I mean, that's so visceral. But then as my co-contestants or panelists, whatever, I don't know what those words mean, obviously, I went to inconceivable and then illusionist. Like, what does that? The school of the inconceivable to study illusion. There's been so much unknown there that also became a little sexy to me. But so those are my impressions. But I feel like I'm on the same train with the rest of the panel.
I agree with you that I could, you know what, inconceivable and illusionist. It sounds like all the like rocker, magicians like David Blaine and Chris Angel. That's the college that they would want you to believe that they came from.
It also sounds like a J.K. Rowling project.
Exactly. Yeah. I went to the college of the inconceivable, and
Wallace Shawn is one of their English professors.
Oh, I love that guy.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you know what? You have a lot to chew on mentally. So while you have your writing utensil in your hand and you're contemplating which is the best thing to write down on your surface, let's go and see what Sam Proof has drummed up with the Word Herd and see if they can inject something into this field of study.
All right, let's take a look. J.K. Palm starting us off with "This is debased morality and butchering elves," of course. There you go. Callie Mullally adds "tasty and decorating." That sounds like the most fun school. I mean, that's delicious, of course.
Absolutely.
Crypto Don says, "I think it would be inconceivable to not want to study illusionists." There you go.
Did you see The Prestige? I don't know.
Art
It's better than The Illusionist.
Art Addicted says debased morality equals an emerging crypto guru. I mean, that speaks to our audience, right? And Crypto Don says wizards, baby. So there you go. I don't know if that helps at all, but it is it is there. We have a wizard NFT, so sure. All right, let's see if that helps you come to a consensus.
I mean, it's relevant to Own Every Word, the game show, but wizards, baby. It makes me think of like a throwback to Florida basketball teams. Wizards, baby. All right. But I'll tell you what's wizard, finding out what our panelists have come up with. I'm seeing your eyes up, Allie. It looks like you are ready to go. What do you have down there?
Well, I was hoping round 4 is when we found out what an NFT is, but maybe that's round 5. But right now, I'm going to go with swank and rocking.
Swank and rocking. I learned to rock. Stephen C. James, what about you?
I also have. I made a small misprint. I chose swank and I put rockers, but I definitely meant rocking. And that's also why I wound up not going for debased morality and butchering elves, because I was like, there's no way I can write that all correctly this quickly. Swank, rocking is my choice.
Oh, you have to respect the convenience factor as well. Nadia, what you got?
Swank rock.
Whoa!
Swank rock.
That's 2 in a row. Mr. Dude says swank me, baby. That is awesome because we have another. See, look at that. 4 rounds, and now you are all in sync. There is a synergy going on here that America, and I know all of America is watching right now, take note, all right? Look at these panelists and emulate. I want you to not. Wait a minute. What am I trying to say? Do the same thing that they're doing. All right. I
Emulate.
know words.
Yes.
Was emulate right?
Emulate.
Oh.
It was on the tip of my tongue, but then I was like, wait a minute. No. Anyway, so emulate them.
Yes.
All right.
Allie, thank you for giving him the answer. He was lollygagging about getting it out of his mouth.
You know what I mean?
It's appreciated.
The tongue was stuck in my molars. Anyway, congratulations to Blue Waffle. Blue Waffle, your College of Swank to study rocking was unanimous. Look for your official, unofficial NFT coming to you soon. Ooh. And panelists and Word Herd, we are on the... Wait a minute. We're in the final round. Oh my goodness.
my
Wow, that was so
Yes.
fast.
That was so fast.
We are. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Did that just actually happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Time flies when you're talking about incest and butchering elves.
all
I've got that
night
crocheted
long.
on a pillow behind me.
I was gonna wear that T-shirt, but anyway, so let's wrap it up with our golden special edition round. This one is for golden special edition cards only. You know who you are that submitted. Now let's take a look at what our not at all insane writers came up with for our final round. Here we go. It's been so hot out, the blank melted. Let's see what our word herd came up with. It's been so hot out, the queen melted. It's been so hot out, the gazelles melted. The shredded cheese melted. The cotton candy melted. The nylons melted. The barbers melted. The bike melted. The salad fork melted. The moral melted. The steaming melted. So we've gone from literal to abstract to the word salad here. You have your work cut out for you, panelists. So I'm going to end the way I started in terms of order and start with you, Nadya Ginsburg. What jumps out at you first?
I gotta say, maybe it's the double M's. Or not to bring the room down, but with all the stuff that's happening in this wonderful country of ours, in terms of ethics and morality, I'm gonna have to say the moral melted. It doesn't quite make sense. But it's like it was so hot out that like you lost your senses and we forgot where we were going. We forgot what this was all about. The moral of the story. I'm going to have to go with also gazelles. I don't want them to melt. Shredded cheese. I do that every day. Nylons. I don't want to think about my crotch region. If that were to occur, it's very unpleasant. Bacterial vaginosis, more great words for our audience and visuals. Moral. I'm going with moral.
Going with moral. Actually, if you put that together, that would have been an interesting tagline for Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. But it would be accurate. Stephen C. James, what jumps out at you first?
I mean, the first thing that jumped out at me is Queen melted, because the idea of either, the British monarch or some hardworking drag queen like has melted, because it's like, both folks that care about their appearance and are willing to do in the work to protect themselves, but it's so hot that even they couldn't withstand the heat. I gotta say, shredded cheese left me cold, because shredded cheese, like on a like balmy fall day, the shredded cheese will melt if you leave it in the car.
Absolutely.
Same thing with cotton candy. Salad fork. The idea of like a crisp cold salad and a hot fork just bummed me out. And then the moral of the story might be that we're all burning in hell, but like I'm leaning towards queen or maybe salad fork right now.
Gotcha. All right, Allie, what about yourself?
I saw cotton candy and it just reminded me that that's like the official scent of daddy issues. I don't know, Nadia, can you back me up on that?
Okay, yes, I do. I can see that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been so hot the gazelles melted sounds like some sort of like saying. And then when I was thinking about like sayings, it's been so hot the queen melted sounds like a British saying. Like, it's been so hot out the queen melted. Like, so I'm gonna go with queen as well.
Right.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
So hey, get your writing utensils out, get ready to write, and let's go one final time to Sam Proof and the Word Herd and see what they have to say about things melting.
All right, Reno starts us off with, no, not the queen. Queen for the win. Long melt the queen. J.K. Palms says this is probably steaming. Because, if your steam is melting, that is hot, right? Crypto Don says shredded cheese. Mogwai Shadow says, oh no, so is my NFT going to say blue waffle instead of me? If you submit a joke username, you get back a joke username. I don't know. I'm not an official source on that. You'll have to take it up with the big man. Art Addicted says melted nylons. What a visual. And then just this face from Mr. Dude. Accurate. Moonraven says Melted Nylons, great 80s band. I hope they play Coachella next year. Yeah. Callie Mullally says it would be really hot to melt a salad fork. These are all fair arguments. All right, let's see if our panelists can come up with one final consensus.
What if she meant it would be really hot, like sexually? Anyway, it would be really hot if you melted that salad fork. But fetishes aside, in terms of cutlery for vegetables, Nadya Ginsburg,
Yes.
What did you end up writing down?
You know what? I feel so ashamed. Majority of my friends are from the LGBTQ. Let's just get on the L train. Can we just say, let's get on the L train?
Loving it.
And I love Queen. I can't believe I did not think that. I'm almost ashamed I did not. And so I'm going to go with Queen. I'm going to
There
go
you
with
go.
Queen. And this is my son, baby Brody.
Oh,
He's joined us.
Welcome.
My son.
Getting a snug in there.
A little snug.
All right, Queen, and there is no shame. This is a safe space. Stephen C., Mr. James, what do you have for us?
You know, I also, as I was thinking, I was like, not only is it like the Queen and drag queens, but also the band Queen, which is so hot. So I got to say Queen. Yeah, I stuck with Queen.
Boom. Allie Lou.
It's going to be a hat trick or a crown trick because also Queen.
Oh, my goodness. Again with the synergy. Queen is our winner, brought to you by the scent of cotton candy, which I will not get out of my head now. Congratulations. Oh, can you believe this? Congratulations again to JPEG. JPEG.
Double winner.
Scoring 2 in one night. You are legend. Look for your unofficial NFT prize. And that's our show, everybody. Woo. We have done it. Thank you so much for watching Own Every Word, the game show. But before we go, let's check in one more time with our panelists. Allie, where can people find you?
I'm at the Hollywood Improv on August. Where am I? I'm in financial ruin fall already. I am at the Improv on August 29th at 7:30 for the tribute show, and you can find me on Instagram at aloser, ALUZER, and on TikTok as extra large petite.
Stephen C. James, where can the people find you?
You know what? I'm going to be performing with the Tuskegee Experiment as the Ledge presents at the Skiptown Theater on August 27th. And also, I'm a part of the Super Legit podcast every Wednesday or every other Wednesday in your podcatcher or pod grabber or pod people of choice. And as far as social media goes, go outside, everybody.
Yes, so true. And Nadya Ginsburg, where can the people find you?
Also on August 27th, I'm going to be at doing my solo show, Anxious and Dangerous, at Urban Moe's in San Diego. And you can find me on the socials at Nadya Ginsburg. That's NADYA GINSBURG, like Ruth Bader.
Well, thank you all for being here. This was an amazing show. Thank you all out there for watching. Make sure to find us on crypto.com/NFT to follow all of our drops. And if you want to play along next time, go to owneveryword.com and join us again next and every Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. As always, I've been your host, Matt Harris. Everybody, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Word heard. You heard?